Hey Ruby, I have recently opened auditions for the characters of the World of Arthuril Academy for an audiobook version of the Rubyix saga. In this video, I will share the details about the project, but all information given here can also be found on the casting call itself. The card popping up now should lead you straight to it. Without further ado, let's get into it. General description. The Rubyix saga is an illustrated novel project I work on next to my studies, with The Rise of Nevadora being the first out of a planned series of 7 books. It's been a long time dream to turn this story into an audiobook with actual distinct voices for each of the characters. The story is a fantasy work taking place in the realm of magic, a setting drawing inspiration from Celtic, steampunk, goth, pagan, and other traditions. For more information, the synopsis, and/or a read-through of the story so far, I'll redirect you to the website, linked in the card above. Requirements and perks. Age requirements. The main characters in the novel are aged 15 and slightly above at the start of the series. However, the themes, plot, and setting require me to put 13+ as the advisory age, and voice acting requires you to engage more deeply with the character than simple reading does. Therefore, I won't be accepting any submissions from VAs under 16, and will require you to add your age in the submission notes. Note: additionally, your level of English should be quite high, as my writings tend to obtain more obscure words. Time required. Due to the nature of the project, I have a variety of roles ranging from a couple lines every once in a while to characters that appear in nearly every chapter, and might even have solo scenes or chapters from their point of view. The project will consist of 7 books total, with 52 chapters each, mind you, and possible expansions of the saga, and I aim to keep the cast mostly consistent throughout the entirety of the series. So please consider carefully before applying. To find out what would be a good fit for you, check the tags behind their names. Heavy roles. Main character. By far the biggest roles available. Appearing nearly every chapter, these characters have strong roles in the story and rich backstories. A role like this will require you to do solos and turn in lines frequently. I might also call on you for lines for promotional material for the book series. Secondary character. These characters are technically not part of the main cast, but make up very important and crucial roles in the plot nonetheless. A role like this will require you to get in lines frequently, but might also have you on the back burner for a couple chapters when the focus lies on the main cast. Headmaster. There are 4 headmasters in the story that play out a unique role in the series. These roles are similar to secondary characters, but will also require you to do speeches and, as they are ancient, serve as main character roles in the history of the realm. A history that has its own shorter novel I am currently outlining. Lightweight roles. Supporting character. These characters appear frequently enough to be deemed of importance, but aren't very line-heavy and more on the casual side. Nonetheless, they could still require a bit more effort during certain parts of the story. Background character. These characters appear infrequently or could even be one-timers in the story. If you would like to contribute to the project but can't commit in the long term, this might be the perfect fit for you. Quality requirements. As this is very much a passion project, I won't be putting too many requirements on the audio quality. As long as it sounds good and blends in well with the other recordings, you're set. I do, however, expect you to actually record them with some kind of decent microphone though. No recording on your phone, please. Means of contact. I have set up a Discord server I'll be asking you to join to stay updated on the progress of the story and other developments, regardless of your role. This server is for the project in its entirety, meaning it won't be limited to just the VAs. It's currently a small group of close friends in the server, but I would love for it to grow out to a tight-knit little community. Additionally, I would require your email address to send over lines and receive recordings. This will remain private from other members of the project, unless you give permission for me to share it or share it yourself. Secrecy requirement. Due to its long-form nature in storytelling and chapter-by-chapter revelations of the mystery, you cannot share any of the information you receive on upcoming chapters, character backstories, designs, concept art, and other currently in development works until they are officially released. Additional requirements. As I stated earlier, this is a passion project. I would therefore highly prefer it if my VAs had a genuine interest in the story, as this is very much a long-term engagement. If you haven't done so already, take a look at the site, linked below, to see if this project aligns with your interests. With any role, it would be required to at least read the chapters your character appears in. But if you take on any of the heavy roles, I will very much require you to read the story in its entirety. Payment. As I am currently working on this project on the side while in college, with an internship and a Saturday morning job, I am in no position to be offering any kind of payment. I hope that in the future, I'll be in a position to give at least a small compensation, but I cannot and will not make any such promises. If your livelihood depends on that, consider looking for another project. Added perks. That said, in return for the role you're taking on, you will receive a number of perks. Early access to upcoming unillustrated chapters that have already passed by my beta reader. Early and exclusive information on the role you are portraying, such as important backstory beats and the development in chapters yet unwritten. Access to the Discord server, and in turn the ability to share your talents with other members and build connections. Questions. I am not insert age, gender, accent. Can I still apply for the role? Yes, by all means. As long as you're above 16, you can apply for any character you'd like. If your voice suits my vision for the character, the role is yours. What happens if I apply but don't get the role? In the case that you don't get the role you applied for, I will notify you. In case I really liked your audition, I will ask you if you'd like to be on standby for future roles. And should I think your voice might be suited for a different character, I will give you the option to audition for that role. Not guaranteed you will get it. If the audition for that role hasn't opened yet, because their first appearance is in a later arc, I will ask for your contact information and you'll be the first to be notified as soon as that role opens. Can I still join the Discord if I don't get a role? If you are on standby, whether for a role that has not been opened yet, or to audition again in later arcs, you will still get an invite if you'd like one. In other cases, no, it is currently exclusively for members of the project. Can I audition for or receive multiple roles? You can certainly audition for multiple roles. In fact, audition for as many as you'd like. If you have already received the role of a heavy character, you cannot receive another one. You can, however, still audition for and receive lightweight ones, as long as you do not end up sounding too similar to the character most central to the plot. Your main character and headmistress of Arthuril Academy are not listed as options while they do appear in Arc 1. Why is that? I knew very early on I'd want to take on the role of Erin, my main character, myself. Partly because she narrates the book and I wouldn't ask anyone to narrate an entire book for free, and partly because I want to play a role myself too, and this seemed like the obvious choice. I've thought about opening Feywood up for audition, but ultimately couldn't part with her. I play her as a D&D character and have grown too attached over the years. Important note, by sending in an audition you are agreeing to the terms and conditions as listed in this video, as well as confirming that you are, in fact, 16 plus. Alright, we've come to the end of the video. Now, here's where I need your help. I'm but a single artist working on this project with a small but amazing little community reading it, so this project will rely heavily on your support to get it off the ground. If you would consider sharing this video or a link to the casting call or website, whether on your own page, in your friend group, or even just with a single person you think might be interested, that would mean the absolute world to me. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And as always, keep living the magic.